Yo, Elliot! I got a really great question slash email to read to you guys here. It comes from our buddy Kane Marco. Kane was participating and practicing training to compete in the 2002 World's Strongest Man competition. So that's really cool, man. I mean, you and I can relate that it's a pretty awesome sport, strongman, but Kane was actually doing it to be one of the world's strongest. I was just trying to be, kind of America's strongest, Kane's a badass. The thing is that Kane broke his back while training and got an infection, got lymphoma in his leg, went from being around, I guess about around 300 pounds as a professional strongman to over 700 pounds, almost a G. While in and out of hospitals, spending lots of time in bed, just eating. I'm sure that the sickness contributed, all the infection contributed to all the weight gain. Your physiology was just damaged over the course of those, it looks like about 5 years or so, right? Now, you gotta understand, Kane says that he's always been athletic. He can still do full splits. Right? He's about 700 pounds right now and he can still do full splits. He's not a slouch. He's not your average 600 plus pound person that, is going around in a wheelchair and while drinking big Slurpees and Twinkies and shit. This guy he's like us. He knows what it's like to be strong. He knows what it's like to be athletic. He had some rough times after an injury. Now he battled back. He's in school to be a massage therapist. He studies nutrition science. He knows stuff. And I'm going to get to that in a moment, Kane, because I think that might be part of the reason why you're having such a hard time getting back to where you want to be. You might know too much. But anyway, so the first thing I'd like to offer you, Kane, is this. Well, congratulations on the courage for putting yourself out in this way and coming to me. I'm grateful for you coming to me for some ideas to support you. The very first thing is that you realize, if you've watched my videos long enough, that every challenge that we face in our lives are there. Whether they're put there from outer space or God or, whatever the case may be. Whatever story you want to tell yourself, you've got a challenge. And every single challenge that we receive is there for one purpose only. There's only one reason why we face the challenges that we face and the adversities, go through the adversities that we face. And it's because they are designed to strengthen you, to make you the strongest version of yourself. They're there because on the other end of that challenge is a stronger version of you. So when I see people with really big challenges, right? Guys like yourself, I start like licking my chops and rubbing my hands. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Because the bigger the challenge, the bigger you are, the stronger of a version of you are lies on the other end of that challenge, dude. So when you get through this, on the other end of this is the most magnificent Kane Marco that you could even imagine. Because you've got a shitload of battles to go through right now, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, energetically, right? And then you're gonna use that for the fourth layer of strength, and you're gonna go out and inspire others with the new, stronger version of you. So you got a bright future, my man. I don't know how old you are. I think you said you were about 25 or something like that. But no, you've been doing this for 25 years. You're old. You're probably about my age. 32, I think he says. On the other end of this dude is a magnificent person. I'm excited to meet that guy. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in like 6 years when you get where you want to be, or you're finally on the journey and you feel safe about yourself, you'll come down here and we can do a video together. But yeah, it's just imaginary talk. Now, what are you gonna do? Because you've got all this knowledge about exercise science and nutrition. You talk about boxing, lifting, martial arts, all the power training that you're doing, and you're confused about how to go about losing 600 pounds, right? 600 pounds, you don't really need to know much of anything. You just need to create a couple habits, basic fucking habits, to lose weight to get out of that 600 pounder. You could lose half that freaking weight with the basics. You really don't need to know any advanced nutrition or advanced exercise science, right? I'm gonna offer you a couple simple ideas. You may have heard me say these things before. The problem is, and this is why I said that, you know, knowing so much might be a problem for you. The problem is for most people is that simple ideas don't stimulate the ego to such a degree that it feels proud of itself, right? The ego wants to be it's very attached to complex ideas and complex methodologies, right? That's why we love science so much. I want the science behind it. You don't need the fucking science behind anything. Your ego needs the science so that you could feel either safe in it, right? A lot of times the ego wants to feel safe, that it's all calculated, or the ego wants to feel proud that it's, you know, I can use these big words, I know these fancy terms, I know these calculations. Fuck all that. All that doesn't make any sense. All that is foolishness, right? You don't need that. What you really need is some damn action. So I don't care how much you know, I'm gonna give you the most basic principles of taking action to lose 300 goddamn pounds plus, right? The very first one is, are you drinking water, my friend? Right? Not protein shakes, not raw milk, not coconut water, fucking water, like the shit that you're made of. Are you drinking water? Are you drinking enough water? Are you dehydrated? Because there's a sympathetic response to being dehydrated that causes weight gain. A lot of fat people don't drink any damn water, but they look all swole, right? You'd wonder. And there's also detox pathways that need to be cleansed, that if you're not drinking water, they get gunked up and they cause autoimmune responses that cause inflammation, that cause you to look fat, right? There's so much that can be cured by simply drinking water. So all the nutrition advice that you can gain through all the books and courses you take means shit if you're not drinking water, my friend. So that's my first invitation. Don't drink anything but water. Drink lots of it. You're 600 goddamn pounds. You should be drinking like 2 gallons of water a day at minimum, right? You should be drinking lots and lots of water. Get on that. Exercise. Now, you know a lot about exercise. Are you walking? Can you walk? Can you walk for a full hour? Because I tell you what, I got a yoke. Let me show you this fucking yoke here. You see that? That's a yoke. You've seen me train with this thing, right? And I compete in strongman. I've competed in strongman also. You put 600 pounds on that thing, and I can't go but 50 feet. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm getting at here? If you go take a walk at 600 pounds, that's one hell of a goddamn workout. You got a lot of work to do just by walking. I would invite you to just start walking, right? An hour, or build up to an hour a day. I don't know, I haven't seen you. You could be like, you said you could do splits and shit. You might show up at my gym at 600 pounds and like, could do backflips. I don't know, but I'm assuming. And I've never, you know, like I said, are you walking? Go take a fucking walk. Every day. It's a habit. Notice, those are 2 things that are very simple, but they have to become habitual. Drink water every day. I mean, at the end of the day, you hold up your gallons and they've got to be empty. At the end of the day, you've got to say, I walked an hour. Are you getting enough sleep, right? Is the stimulation in your home minimized to such a degree that you could shut down and go to sleep at a proper time, at an appropriate time, and get 8 hours of sleep, so that your physiology can repair itself, so that your hormones can become, reach homeostasis, can be normalized, right? That's it. Those are 3 basics, really. As far as what you're eating, keep the shit food out. You don't need it to be a genius, and you don't need a certificate or degree to know that sugar drinks, soda, pop is crap. Don't drink it. Sugary food, processed food. If it's processed food, you should know it's processed food because you wouldn't find it on a farm, right? That's an easy way to look at it, right? Or it wouldn't be here 10,000 years ago, right? However you try to twist it, you gotta ask yourself, hey, this Tombstone pizza, would it show up on a farm growing out of the ground, right? Or am I raising this pizza? There's no fucking pizza. Now people try to like fool themselves and saying, well, there's grains in it and there's tomatoes, and no, there's not. It's processed fucking food. Bottom line. But you'll find a chicken on the farm, and the chicken should look like a goddamn chicken, right, folks? You understand? Right? Chicken nuggets is not chicken. All right? You've got to actually look at it and see that that's a bone, and this is the meat that's on the bone. You can find a chicken. Very simple. Vegetables, things that grow out of the ground. right? Carrots and celery and spinach and things of this nature. That's what you need to fill your body with, right? I'd go with a paleo style eating dietary deal, and keep the shit to a minimum. So that's it, dude. I'm excited for you. Like I said, you're gonna be a stronger version of yourself, not only physically because you're gonna lose all that damn weight, not only physiologically because you're going to be healthier, but energetically because you're going to be a stronger version of yourself on the other end of this. And then what you're gonna do is inspire others to do the same. Talk to you next time. Yo, Elliot.